Hey boys and girls, it is time for math, and today we are dividing in half. So what does dividing in half mean? It means when we have a whole of something, whatever it is, whether it's food like a whole sandwich or a whole group of something, then when we divide it in half, that means we divide it, we cut it apart equally so that there is the same amount on one side as the other side. Think about if you were sharing a cookie with your friend and you would both want equal parts. Somebody wouldn't want to have a bigger half or a smaller half. You would want your halves to be equal, right? So, and that's dividing in half. It's separating something into equal parts. So we're going to do some practicing with our counting bears, dividing into equal parts, and then we'll go to our worksheets that you have in your packet. So you can pull those out. There's one that said pizza, and you'll see one with coins on it. All right, so let's start with our bears. So we'll start with our 12 bears, and if we're going to divide them in half, we're going to give Miss Barrett an equal amount and myself an equal amount. So we're going to have the same number of bears. Got it? Okay, let's count. So let's start. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 bears. Okay, we're going to start dividing them in half so that we have an equal amount of bears.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Barrett. So 1 for me.
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 2 for me.
Yep. 2 for me.
Are we staying equal? I took 2, so she took 2.
Yep.
And 1 for me.
1 for me.
Okay, let's count and see let's count your bears. How
Okay.
many do you have?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, she has 6 bears. Do you think I have 6 bears? Do our groups look the same? They're about spread out about the same.
Yep.
Do our groups look almost the same? Let's count and find out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have equal amounts. We divided our bears in half,
Yep.
and we each have a half. All right, let's take out a couple bears.
Okay.
And so let's put them back together. Let's put our bears back together. Let's count them up. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, now we're going to divide these in half. Okay? And this time, instead of counting, I'm just going to look at it and decide if it's half. Is that okay with you?
Sure. Let's try that.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take these bears.
And I'll
That's
take
your
these
half.
bears. That's my half.
Does it look like half? Do our piles look the same? Do our bears look the same? Let's spread them out a little bit. Okay, we can look at it. Uh-oh. Do our bears look the same? I don't think they look the same.
Nope.
Do I have more bears?
Yes, you do.
Let's count. Ready? 1, 2,
3, 4, 5.
5 bears. How many does Miss Barrett have?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I do. It is not equal. I took more. So to make us equal, I'm going to give her one of my bears. Now let's count again and see if they're equal.
1,
2, 3, 4.
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Very nice. We are equal now. Let's do it one more time. Let's each take away a bear.
Okay.
Let's put our bears back together. And let's count them up. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, Miss Barrett. Now you go ahead and take half.
I take half?
Yes, and see if we're the same. Just look at it and see. Okay.
I just took the bottom half.
Okay. Do our bears look the same? Maybe not quite. Let's count them up and see. How many bears do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. And I have 1, 2. Are we the same? Nope. Just looking at it, we didn't get them in half, did we? So what should we do? So we have the same.
Well, I think if I give you one of my bears, that would make it equal.
Okay, let's see. Now I have 1, 2, 3.
And I have 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we're equal. We divided our bears in half. We had 6. Now we both have 3.
Yep.
And our bears are in half, and they are the same. Good job. Okay, let's get to our work. So our first paper that we'll do is our pizza. And our pizza, you can see, is blank, and we need to build our pizza. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put our pizza in half. And so we're going to draw a line straight down the middle. You could draw it vertical, or you could draw a horizontal line, whichever way you like your half of pizza. I'm going to do my half this way. Okay, it's pretty close to half. And so if I was to share with Miss Barrett, I would get this side and she would get that side, right? And we would want to be the same because I want my friend to have the same amount as me. I don't want to have them to have less. And so we have about the same. I divide our pizza in half, and you have, at the bottom you have pepperonis and beef is what it says at the top of your paper. And I colored my pepperonis red, and I colored my beef brown. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lay them out here on the table. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the bears. I'm going to give each of us half. Now the directions say a little bit different. It says put half in pepperoni, half in beef. But we're going to do it a tiny bit different. I want to have, because I think Miss Barrett would like both pepperoni and beef, and I would like to have both pepperoni and beef. So I'm going to give each of us half. So let's get started. We'll use our glue sticks, and we'll do it this way. 1 pepperoni for me, 1 pepperoni for her, 1 pepperoni for me, and let's keep going. 1 pepperoni for Miss Barrett, 1 pepperoni for me, and 1 for her. Do we have equal sides? Did I divide our pepperoni in half? I have 1, 2, 3, and she has 1, 2, 3. Yes, I divided them in half. So your beef, you can color it brown if you want to. If you don't want to, that's okay. I want you to do the same thing with your beef. Give 1 to yourself, 1 to your friend, and find out how many pieces of beef you have on your side and how many your friend has on their side. But keep it equal, okay? So I'll let you finish the pizza on your own. Let's do our next page, and this is coins. Now, as you know, we've talked about money a little bit recently, and the coins that we have are quarters. You don't have to count them. We're just going to make our we're going to make our amounts equal, okay? So we have the same amount of money, the same as, that I have the same as my friend. So I'm going to give my friend a quarter. I'm going to give myself a quarter. Okay, we each have 1, so we're still equal. Now it's my friend's turn. Now it's my turn. Are we staying equal? We each have 2, so we are equal. And my friend gets 1. Now I get 1. We each have 3 now, so we're staying equal. And our last, oh, our quarter's upside down. That's okay. Now, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4. My friend has 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we equal? Yes, we are. So I have, you're going to write on the line, I have 4 coins, and my friend has 4 coins. And if you went the extra step and you added them together, we would have how many altogether? 4 plus 4 is 8, right? But to divide that 8 in half, we each have 4. So I hope you have fun dividing in half. One thing that I wanted to talk about, if you were to write half, it would look like this. So if you ever see numbers like this, there's a number on top, and they have big long names. The number on top is the numerator, the number on the bottom is the denominator. Those are fraction numbers, those are big words. But this means a half. It means I took my 1 whole, my 1, and I made it into I cut it in half, and this shows that I have a half. Because it's 1 part of 2 parts is what that means. The denominator means how many parts you have in your big whole number. We have 2 parts, and this is 1 part of those 2 parts, and that makes a half. Okay, boys and girls, have fun dividing and making halves.